Was journing. He's journing short A right now.
Bullseye.
He is in mark.
Loosen up. Headshot.
So when it comes to getting better at aiming in Valorant, really, in my personal opinion, most of what you should be doing is in the shooting range. And there is hundreds of different things that you can do inside the shooting range. And that's one of the things I love that they did about Valorant. And of course, they've done it with other games like CSGO and Rainbow Six Siege. But this shooting range is already in game. You can do it while you're, waiting for a game, while you're, with a party or something like that. And what you can do is just run through different settings and different little game modes that they have in here. The only thing that I dislike about the practice range is the fact that your aim and sensitivity is right here in front. Every once in a while, I'll end up accidentally hitting this this little increase and decrease thing. Excuse me, and it'll end up changing my sensitivity, which I find very annoying. But other than that, there are so many different things you can do inside the practice range. And if you're not utilizing the practice range, you really shouldn't. For starters, hold on, let me turn the practice off. For starters, you have your speed modes, which easy, medium, hard, you should be able to get, I believe there's 20 or 30 of the bots in easy. You should be able to get every single one, no problem. That's pretty easy to do. Really, all you need to do in easy is line up your shot and just headshot. It's not hard at all. Just stand still. And I like to flick and shoot, and if I end up missing, then I'll actually go in and make sure I'm hitting the shot. But it is extremely easy. It looks like there's 30 of them. My flicks are not great, especially right now because I haven't played any today, so I'm just hopping on with no practice. But this is a really simple, easy warm-up. Like I said, you should be able to complete this every single time, no problem. If you do this, I don't know, maybe once, really on easy mode, you really shouldn't do this more than once. It's just not worth your time. It's too easy. The one that I suggest you do that is a pain in the ass and is extremely annoying to do is hard. Oh, whoopsies. When you play on hard, I think my record is like 16 of these bots. It is insane how fast they show up. And I'm probably gonna miss every single one because I'm doing this on a video. It really practices your flicks. If you don't hit that first bullet or two, you're not gonna kill them. But here's the thing, even though this is extremely hard and not really realistic to what would happen in game, if you can get really good at this, which I clearly am not, if you can really sit down and practice this, throw in some music in the background, and really hone your skills at this particular little mode on medium and especially hard, then you can, your aim will improve so quickly. And everything I'm saying right now, assume that you already have your sensitivity down. I am assuming that you already have your sensitivity down. If you don't, and you don't feel comfortable with your sensitivity, then that's something you need to work on. And before aim sensitivity in game, the most important thing is your DPI. On your mouse, almost everybody knows this, but on your mouse, almost every single gaming mouse out there has different DPI settings, whether it be in a software or a button on the mouse. You know, it's too easy to just look up what mouse you have and look how to change your DPI. I always suggest that you go lower than high. I play on 400, which is as low as it goes. I know some people who play at like 600, 800, but I find that 400 works really well for me. And then currently I'm playing on a 0.8. I've messed around with the sensitivity in game a lot. I'm not 100% sure I want to keep it at 0.8. I might go down to like 0.75, but I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, my aim is not amazing by any means, but I have good enough aim that I can, you know, consistently get kills and consistently get headshots in game. And that's another thing you have to realize about all of these types of little game modes, is that your aim in game and your aim in these little practice things will always be different. Me personally, I can hit my shots a lot better in game than I can in these little practice things. For me, it's just not as good. But if you know you're getting tired of doing the speed things, you obviously have the streaks. You can either put it as the bots strafe or the bots don't, and you just take out, you know, a group of them in a row. It's pretty easy. There's not a difficulty setting. You know, you can use it to learn how to counter strafe, and it's not hard. Again, all these things I feel like are good to do with music on. You know, if you've got a long time to play and you can throw on some music and just run through these for maybe 15-20 minutes every day before you hop on, you will see your aim improve. I used to use external things like AimLab, but it's not necessary in Valorant because Valorant already has essentially AimLab built into the game. So why would you use a secondary software to practice what you can already practice in the game? So I hope you guys learned a little something from that. Like I said, it's not the way that I practice my aim is not the best way to do it necessarily. There is no best way to do it. It's just the way that I found works for me. It's quick, it's easy. I always throw on some music, so it makes it kind of fun, and I don't have to deal with other softwares and converting sensitivities over and all of that. I can just hop on right before I hop into a match, or while I'm, you know, trying to find people to play with, sit there and practice in the shooting range for a little bit and warm up my aim. When it comes to really honing down your aim, though, it's just one of those things that takes time. You know, the people that you see, you know, playing Valorant and CS:GO professionally, you know, they didn't just like hop onto a computer, pick up the game, and a week later they had absolutely insane aim. You know, genetics plays into it, and your drive and your motivation, and you know how hard you're willing to work for it, you know, all goes into effect. But at the end of the day, it's just going to take time. Like I said, I've been playing video games in general for about 10 years now, and I've been playing on a PC for coming up on a year and a half. Be right around a year and a half right now. So I know that watching the shooting range isn't all that entertaining, so I threw here in the background, you know, just some highlights of definitely not insane aim. They're just kind of some like random highlights, you know, but it shows what doing these aim labs really can do for you. Excuse me, not aim labs, that's the fucking software. What doing these, you know, little aim drills can do for you. And it doesn't have to be some super complicated thing to get your aim down. You know, I know so many people who, like, you know, make these videos about how to improve your aim, and they make it this super complicated, like super step-by-step program for you to do, but at the end of the day, there is no step-by-step program to do. You can make one yourself, but at the end of the day, you know, just you do whatever works for you, and your aim will improve. The biggest thing to it is just getting the sensitivity that you are comfortable with and you enjoy playing on. I use a sensitivity slightly higher than like most professional players, and it's just what I find comfortable. You know, everybody's different and everybody plays on different settings, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how it is. So don't get caught up in what this person uses or what that person uses or how they do this or what crosshair. You know, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's whatever you're comfortable with. You know, it's not like these professional players had this magical book that had all the answers in it. You know, they just came up with it on their own and found what worked for them, and so trying to copy what worked for them might not work for you. So at the end of the day, you do what works for you, and you know, you put time in and you play the game a lot, and at the end of the day, you will get better. And that's just how it usually goes with anything in life. You know, you put the time in and you will reap the rewards eventually. You know, it might not be quick and easy, but nobody ever said anything in life was quick and easy. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. You know, if your aim is already pretty good, I hope that, you know, doing the little drills was, you know, enlightened you or something that you haven't done before. And you know, and if you are working on your aim, you know, I hope that these things do genuinely help you, because they are what helped me, and that's how I got my aim to the point where it is today. It's nowhere near perfect. It's nowhere near a professional player's, you know, aim, but I also don't have the time to put in that they do. That's something that you got to think about as well. Is, you know, if these people who are, you know, YouTubers and streamers, professional players, you know, that is their life. So of course they're going to be good. But somebody like me, I've got a full-time job, I've got a family, I've got a life completely separate from video games and YouTube and stuff like that. So, you know, I just don't have the same time to put in that other people do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Video games doesn't have to be your entire life. I find it as an extremely fun and addicting hobby, but it's not my whole life. In any case, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd appreciate it if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I'm trying to grow little by little, get back to where I was a year ago, a year and a half ago. And y'all take it easy.
Good job.
I guess that revive didn't help. I tried to call it out that I was reviving. Oh well.
Hey man, saving Ethan.